On November 18, 1978, at exactly 5:15 p.m., a congressman's plane touched down in the remote jungles of Guyana. Within 24 hours, 909 people would be dead, and the final 45 minutes would be recorded on tape. James Warren Jones didn't start as a mass murderer. In 1955, he was actually progressive, the only white pastor in Indianapolis allowing black and white families to worship together. But Jones had discovered something powerful: desperate people will follow anyone who promises salvation. By 1965, he claimed to heal cancer with his bare hands. His congregation grew from 50 to over 900 members. Jones had learned the first rule of cult manipulation: become irreplaceable. But Indiana was too small for his growing ambitions. In 1977, Jones moved 918 followers to a 3,800-acre settlement in Guyana he called Jonestown. Members surrendered their life savings, over $7.5 million, and signed custody of their children to Jones. They worked 16-hour days building his socialist paradise while Jones lived in luxury. But the true horror was psychological. Jones installed 50 loudspeakers throughout the compound, broadcasting his voice 24 hours a day. Sleep deprivation, public humiliation, and something called White Nights, surprise emergency drills where members practiced drinking poison. Congressman Leo Ryan arrived in Jonestown on November 17, 1978, following reports of abuse from concerned families. For 18 hours, Jones maintained his facade, showing Ryan happy families and productive farms. But as Ryan prepared to leave on November 18, 16 members asked to escape with him. This was Jones's worst nightmare. If word spread that people wanted out, his entire operation would collapse. At 4:20 p.m., Ryan's delegation reached the Port Kaitoma airstrip. They had no idea Jones had already made his decision. As Ryan's plane prepared for takeoff, a tractor-trailer arrived at the airstrip. Jones's armed guards opened fire, killing Congressman Ryan, 3 journalists, and 1 defector. 5 others lay wounded. But this was just the beginning. Back at Jonestown, Jones gathered his followers around the main pavilion. At 5:44 p.m., he began his final sermon, and the tape recorder was running. "We didn't commit suicide," Jones announced to 909 people. "We committed an act of revolutionary suicide protesting the conditions of an inhumane world." The death tape reveals everything. Jones had prepared a metal vat containing flavor aid mixed with cyanide, Valium, and chloral hydrate. Children died first, babies held down while poison was squirted into their mouths with syringes. The tape captures their screaming for 23 minutes before silence. Adults who hesitated were surrounded by armed guards. Christine Miller, a 60-year-old member, can be heard arguing with Jones for 6 minutes, begging to save the children. Jones's response chills: "Mother, mother, please don't do this. Lay down your life with dignity." By 6:24 p.m., the screaming had stopped. Jones shot himself once in the right temple with a .38 caliber pistol. When Guyanese troops arrived the next morning, they found 909 bodies arranged in neat rows around the pavilion. 276 were children under 18. Some had been shot trying to escape. Bullet holes in their backs proved not everyone went willingly. The final count, 918 total deaths including those at the airstrip, making it the largest mass murder-suicide in history until September 11. For decades later, that 45-minute death tape remains the most chilling evidence of how absolute power corrupts absolutely. Jones didn't start evil, he started desperate for control. Each manipulation built upon the last: isolation, dependency, fear, and finally, the ultimate test of loyalty. The 909 who died weren't weak or stupid, they were humans caught in a perfectly engineered psychological trap. Jones proved that with the right techniques, anyone can be programmed to surrender everything, even their children's lives, to a madman's vision. The phrase, "drinking the Kool-Aid," comes from Jonestown, but they actually drank flavor aid, and most didn't. Drink it willingly. Sometimes the smallest details reveal the biggest lies.